So I know a lot of you out there are looking for gear and looking for a helmet, looking for a motorcycle, all these different things because the riding season is about to start for you, or it already started. So that is what I'm doing today. I'm gonna be talking about this new helmet that I have on my head. I'll be in the office and I'll also be out here on the road real quick for my first impression, but I typically don't get a new helmet unless there's three things. You know, one, it's been about 5 years since I got that helmet, or born on date for that helmet. And then also, number two is that if I get in a crash. So I definitely don't want to be utilizing a helmet that's been in a crash. So I haven't had that happen yet. So somebody knock on wood for me. And number three is if a company sends me a helmet and says, hey, check out all the safety features, check out all the regular features, let us know what you like, let us know what you don't like, and then let your viewers know this so they have an educated opinion on this subject before they go out and buy our helmet. So I want to say thank you so much to Ruroc for sending me out the Atlas 2.0 helmet. This is the brand new helmet they got coming out, and this is the Platinum Ronin, so as you can tell it looks pretty cool. And I got a lot of cool stuff inside the box. I got the clear shield, I got a pinlock shield, I got the badass helmet, and we're gonna be talking about that. But real quick guys, I'm not gonna be nice about this. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I like and don't like, because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't need a new helmet. I really don't. I'm only doing this because I know a lot of you guys think this helmet's badass, and I'm gonna let you know what I think about it. All right, so we got the box right here. Now this, I just got back from that ride, okay? So what we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna go over what's in the box, and I'm gonna take the helmet off, and we're gonna go over all the little features and all the little things. So one thing that I think is really cool is this little hook and loop closure. I don't even know if it's called that, but we'll talk about that real soon. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be going over the helmet itself, the little features that it might have, and then what's in the box. So real quick, let's do what's in the box, because that's gonna be the first thing that you see when you open up your new helmet. So this is gonna be the box. And so I'm gonna just do it really quick. I don't wanna go over too much on the box thing. It came with the clear shield on, and I replaced it because I'm out there in the sun. But it comes with both shields. It came with the clear shield and the tinted one that you saw me riding with. And then it has its own little case on it. So it's really cool. So clear shield, and then it says that it's anti-fog, but the other shield that I had, the tinted one, it was fogging up. I didn't have the pin lock system in, which is actually really cool. So it does have a pin lock capabilities. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, man, I gotta go out and get a pin lock now. It comes with a pin lock in its own little case. So if you're out there riding and stuff, and it's like humidity or even your breath, you're gonna wanna use this pin lock system. It's basically the double pane window type treatment where basically all this right here is not going to be fogging up when you apply this, but it only comes with one. So it's nice that they included two shields, which a lot of manufacturers don't do. They don't include two shields. So having two shields and then one pin lock is kind of weird. It's like, let's just do two pin locks, might as well. But it does say anti-fog, okay? I didn't test this one out yet. Before I make these claims, let me double check and see if this says anti-fog on it. This is the smoked shield. It says anti-fog on it, and it wasn't. It fogged up. So letting you guys know that. Told you I'm gonna be brutally honest. Another thing that it comes with, you got, you know, your typical stickers. You got some really cool stickers, you know, whatever. Stickers are stickers. This comes with, well, what else is in there? I mean, might as well. So this is pretty cool. You know, it comes with that, but then on the back end, it's a really neat thing. It's the manual. So you have all the information. It tells you how to install the pin lock, the Bluetooth system, all the different control systems, the emergency release. Let's go ahead and mute you. The emergency release, I'm gonna be talking about that real quick. The Atlas comfort liner, I'm also gonna be talking about that. How to put it on, the Fidlock buckle, we're gonna be talking about that. So all these things we're gonna be talking about, my pros and cons already, and everything. So I haven't installed the Shockwave yet. The Shockwave is their Bluetooth system. So I think that's gonna be really cool, and I might be testing that in a future video, so stay tuned with that. But basically it's their integrated it's their integrated Bluetooth system. Let me go ahead and pull this out for you guys so you can see, throw you on the ground. Like I said, I'm here just to review what I have, and that's the way it is. I'll annotate with prices, but it's their own Bluetooth system. It comes with speakers, it comes with a nice mic, and then it comes with the system that basically integrates into the back, which we'll be talking about briefly. And I'll do a review on that because I got it, and I know a lot of you guys are wondering what's that all about. So if you're wondering how the Bluetooth system works, today's not the video for you. I'll be doing another one. All right, so let's jump into the actual helmet. Here we go. Let me go ahead and put this stuff on the ground for you guys so it's out of your way. All right, so it originally came with the clear shield on it, and it came with this shield, and I decided to swap them out for it. So swapping them out, the whole point, I was watching a lot of the videos, and they were saying, you know, how easy it is to swap things out. And basically what you have is this little twist knob. Now the twist knob, I bite my nails, guys, so I don't have the best dexterity when it comes to pinching things. So that was actually pretty tough, and it took a little bit of work for me, but it's able to do it. So that's it. Don't want to lose these guys, but that's all you have to do. You take it off, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side and show you guys. So that was it, taking it off. Now, in order to put on the clear shield, okay, in order to put on or swap out the shields, you notice how there's this black plastic, and that's basically what it is. It's black plastic. That right there basically holds in your shield. Anyways, so you have to slide these off. So you don't want to lose those either. But you see how easy that was to slide on and off. So I think that's really cool. They make it easy, but you can't attach it straight to this part. You know, you have to have this little black thing on. So it's a little extra thing that could get lost. It's an extra thing that makes it look cool. It's just, that's what you have to do. But I like the fact that you can just kind of twist and twist off. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this away. This doesn't have the pin lock system in it yet, and I told you when I was riding it was fogging up pretty good. And so I'm a little concerned now. I've only ridden with this a little bit. And I noticed real quick, so if you can see, I'll zoom in on it. If you can see, this is metal. This is the locking mechanism for your visor. And the point of contact with the visor itself is not metal. So I'm worried, and I don't know if you guys can see. I'll take a picture of it. In fact, let's just do that. There you go. So that right there, I'm kind of concerned that it might cause some breakage, like it might crack. So maybe like if there's like a grommet of some sort, like a metal on metal, that might be better. So Ruroc, yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Now let's just go ahead and put it back. So I was having a tough time putting it back. So let's see, starting now. Nope, that one went perfect. So all I'm doing is popping it in, twist. All right, cool, it's on. So it says exceed VSC8. I'll go ahead and annotate what that means. It's right on the visor. So this is the helmet right here. So you got that metal thing that I was talking about where it locks it in. So it actually stays locked in. I heard that was a complaint of the original ones. So now it's locked in, but I also talked about how it's like this, the shield and metal put together. I feel like that might be an issue. A lot of people are wondering, you know, about how close the chin guard is to the face itself. I wouldn't be too concerned about that. I had the Bell Bolt for a long time, and it was basically right on my lips, and I know for a fact that, I mean, that was ECE rated. My buddy crashed with that, and it protected his face. So this should protect your face, and this should protect your skull, because it is ECE R2205 rated. Now, it's also DOT, which is in the United States, you have to be DOT to sell any helmet in the United States. But ECE is the European Commission. They do their own testing. It's a little bit, it's actually a lot more than DOT, and it's not based on the honor system like DOT is. So at minimum, I'm always gonna wear an ECE helmet. This is not S.M.A.R.T rated though. So this is not S.M.A.R.T rated, but it is ECE. S.M.A.R.T and ECE test roughly around the same. They use a little bit different parameters, but at the same time, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So ECE is the minimum I'd wear. This is ECE, so that's great. And in order to pass ECE testing, especially with a full face, you have to have this protect your face too. So this is ECE rated, everything's ECE rated. Visors, eye protection are rated differently. That's why I'm gonna look up the VSC-8. In the United States, it's ANSI and a few other things, so we'll see how that goes. On the bottom right here,
And we're gonna move towards the bottom. This is where the Bluetooth comes out. They did include a small screwdriver so that if you wanted to unscrew this portion and then insert the Bluetooth, and that's the way to do it. I'll be doing that in a separate video, like a how-to, and then it's Bluetooth is Bluetooth is Bluetooth. So I typically ride alone, so I don't really care about range as long as it reaches my phone, which is on my dash anyways. So this right here, this is one of the first things I tested. You notice these big old, emergency pull tabs. You know what? I have a helmet stand. Let me grab it real quick. Drop my task cam. So I got a nice little helmet stand. There we go. So these pull tabs right here, they're meant for emergency personnel to take the pads out while you're laying on the ground or whatever it is in order to take the helmet off easier. Now, I absolutely love that feature, and I really do. So if I pull it, it's gonna pull out the system. So now you have this open area where you can slide the helmet off gently if you're trained to do so. But the one thing that I didn't like is you see how wide it is, you know, how it just kind of sticks out quite a bit. Now I was thinking to myself, that's perfectly fine in emergency, you know, you use it and then it's kind of sitting there, but they're pretty flimsy. Like if it catches something, like if it just catches a little bit like that, it's like sticks out. It sticks out. And I thought to myself, oh, that's not a big deal, because you see on the back end right here, it's like, oh, I'll just pull this tab and then make it straight. But that's the tab that's sewn in. The tab that has to go back in, you have to like feed it through the little hole. So if you accidentally catch that, you have to like feed it back through the hole. And if you keep feeding it through the hole, at some point, which I already did, you start to get the fabric tearing. So it's very easy for it to just consistently be coming out and being loose like that. And that's a little frustrating. One thing that I use when I motovlog, which I know a lot of you guys are wondering about that, is I feed my mic through that. And it sticks out if it gets pulled. So Ruroc, maybe just make it tight. There's absolutely, I mean, there's probably like a mechanism that you guys have that it has to be like that, because I can see how it pulls this end right here when you do it. But there has to be some type of mechanism or a way to make it to where this is just shorter and it's already tight. So the moment you flick your finger in, because if you think about it, this is compression. So if I stick my finger, if I stick my finger in to pull it, I can still get my finger through. So I think that just needs to be a tad adjusted. But yeah, they come out. So that's the cool thing, is that they do come out. So if you have to wash your gear, you can. This is a medium cheek pad. I'm sure you can get adjustable cheek pads for how fat your face might be or not. So that comes out. And one thing I noticed in here, and it's gonna be pretty hard for you guys to see because it's pretty dark, is that, and I'll just take a picture. With the picture lined up on the screen, I want you guys to kind of understand that the headliner isn't the greatest when it comes to covering all the polystyrene foam. And as somebody that's bald, I feel everything on my head. You know, there's no hair to change the feel, you know, to pad the feel. So for me as a bald guy, I could feel, you know, where there's no padding. And I don't know if you guys notice like anything in terms of, pressure points on my head when I took the helmet off. I just literally came back from the ride. But that to me, it's like it almost needs a little bit more padding. And I understand a lot of the reasons why not to, but I mean, these big gaps in between, I think there could be padding. But when I look at the quality, you know, this is not an inexpensive helmet. It's not an inexpensive helmet. It is a helmet that does cost money. It's not an entry-level helmet by any means. There are some helmets out there that are about $140 that are entry-level. This is not entry-level with the price. So you pay a premium. You know, you pay a premium, but you get quite a bit. You know, it's a very lightweight. It's the whole carbon fiber and, you know, different materials. But I'm a little concerned by the comfort part. So let me go ahead and put this on the ground. I think the comfort portion, the padding itself, like these three items right here, could use some improvement for the price. I mean, we're paying quite a bit, and I think this could use a little bit more improvement. I think there should be a little bit more padding, or even just higher quality padding. I'm not going to name different companies or anything, but the other helmets that I wear, the cheek pads and the back of the head and everything is a little bit higher quality. Okay, so if you notice, I mean, it's just regular foam, which is fine for all, what you need, but I expect this in a less expensive helmet. So I know I'm gonna get shit for that from some people, but whatever. But I do like a lot of this. I like a lot of it. I like the fact that there are pull tabs associated with this helmet now, but I think they should be a little bit different how they're engineered so that I don't have to keep stuffing this back in if they get caught. I do like the fact that on the cheek pad right here, like if this was the case, there's like a lip on it, and that allows, you know, less air, or doesn't allow air in there. So I think that's really good. It does have a nice spot for your headphones or speakers that come with it. So that's where I'm at with that, and it's fine. It's fine. Another thing is that it's very windy. So there's a lot of wind, and that was one of the complaints that I heard from the original Atlas, and this is the Atlas 2.0, if you didn't know. But I heard there's a lot of wind problems, like it was just really kind of like noisy. When I was riding, it just felt like there's a ton of air circulation. So that's when I look at that, it's like that's good for some riders and bad for some riders. It's good for those that live in Tucson and areas where it's super muggy or it's super hot. Having that airflow is beautiful, but in the wintertime today it's pretty cold. It was pretty cold. I took a screenshot. There's like a hard freeze warning, and I just felt it. My nose is still, you know, catching water vapor and running, so I'm having that problem. But so what I would use this helmet for would be more so like a summer helmet, and that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize is like, well, if you get, you know, a helmet, is it good for this season, that season? Is there good venting? Is there not good venting? All that stuff. This has an amazing amount of venting, so it's great for summer, but if I'm going to be getting two helmets, one for winter, one for summer, I don't want to be spending close to $1,000 for two helmets. So that's going to be the problem that I'm having. The way you can kind of fix that in the wintertime, if you don't want to have all the airflow, is wear like a neoprene, like a ski mask. And I typically do that anyways, but with my helmet that I currently wear, I can wear all year round. Suffer a little bit in the summertime, suffer a little bit in the wintertime. But here it's like you could suffer quite a bit in the wintertime and then have a blast in the summertime because of all the airflow. So that right there already, that's kind of what I'm starting to dictate towards this. The airflow is really going to make it to where I need to wear it in the summertime. When it comes to vision, and that's going to be the biggest thing here, vision, this face shield, it looks massive, right? It really is. That's the thing, is you have great vision, peripheral vision all the way to the sides. It's just super clear. I absolutely love how clear this shield is. I don't even know if it's polarized or not, but it makes a huge difference. Like I can tell that they did some good work on this. Now, how long is it going to last? I don't know. It does fog up if you don't have the pin lock. It says it was anti-fog. It was fogging up pretty quick. I got a booger. Let's get some caffeine. That's the only concern with the visor, is that it does fog up. So have that pin lock system in there, but you have great visibility. This little nose thing right here only sticks up a little bit more than what my nose guard does on my other helmet, or the breath guard. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I didn't even notice that after a few rides. I noticed I had really good visibility. So good visibility. It does have some safety features. It does fit well to my head, which I'll be talking about real quick. And then it does come with a Bluetooth system. I'm going to see if my Cardo Pack Talk system does attach to this. And I know Ruroc didn't ask me to do that, but you know what, guys? I know a lot of you guys have different systems and you want to kind of stay with your system, but you know, it comes with its own. I'm going to try out the Cardos. I like the graphics. I know a lot of you guys are wondering, like, you know, how the graphics are and like if they're looking cool and all that stuff. I absolutely love the graphics. They look cool. My fingerprints do stick a little bit. I noticed that my fingers might be a little greasy, you know, just the oil. So matte black, it can make a problem for you. It does come with the chin curtain, so that's going to be helping out with a lot of that. I have my own version of a chin curtain. Not a big deal. And then I know a lot of you guys are gonna want to motovlog with these. I mean, it's one thing to get a helmet that you know is safe and looks cool, but you want people to look at it, and especially a lot of YouTubers and motovloggers want to put some stuff on here. It's gonna be a little bit hard to do so. You have this weirdly weird like concave or whatever convex, not convex, but anyways, you're gonna have like this nice rounded off edge. I did something with my other helmets, and that was use Sugru. You can put Sugru and attach a GoPro mount to it, but just know that you're going to be blocking this vent to the front, okay? So that might be a problem for you, but you can make it work, but you're going to be putting a GoPro on a really cool looking helmet, so that's going to be that. I did that to my Bell Bullet, but you know, you might have to. So I know they said something about able to close the vents, but I haven't been able to find a way to close any of these vents. So, yeah, I know this first impressions and everything is gonna be a little bit boring for a lot of you. You guys want me to be super excited about helmets, but here's the thing: I get excited about helmets when I see that they're being safe. Okay, it's one thing to put out a really badass looking helmet, and it's only DOT, like the bare minimum. And I know ECE is the bare minimum in the other countries, DOT is the bare minimum here, and a lot of people are wanting SNEL rated, but here's the thing is ECE is way better than DOT, so this is at least ECE rated, so you're able to, you know, ship it and have it work in other countries outside the United States. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm super happy about that. I'm happy that there is that safety feature. Oh, I already took the cheek pads off. The safety feature to pull out the cheek pads. I do like the fact that there is an integrated Bluetooth system. I'm gonna be checking it out and testing it, because that way you're not having to put stuff on the outside, which could grab the ground in the event of a crash and then yank your head, which will cause some problems. So I like that. So another thing that I think is really cool, and that took me a little bit of time to get used to, is this new buckling system. So this new buckling system is a little different. You notice the red pull tab. Red typically in the fire service and pretty much anywhere is that if it's red, that means it has an actionable basically item. So red means pull and it'll do something. So that's what the emergency tabs were all about. And that's what this little red thing is all about. So this is a different system, and this is kind of, it has a magnet and then it hooks in with this little piece of metal. And I'll be taking pictures of it and I'll be putting it up right now, but it locks in super quick. And I've pulled on it pretty hard and it won't come loose, but here's the thing, it won't come loose. I'm pulling really hard, and then I just grab the little red tab and it slides right off. I think that's a really cool feature, and it really makes it easy, and that's the whole point, is like with gloves you're able to take your helmet on and off. But here's my thing, is that you have to adjust it to your neck length, like your head shaped neck length or whatever, prior to locking it in. You can do it when it's locked in by pulling on this tab, but to me it was just more like a pain in the ass. It really was. But now that I got used to it, I actually like the feature, and I think something similar to that should be applied to all helmets other than that hook and loop closure or that D-ring closure, because it's super easy and it's strong. So I'm excited about that. My only concern is that hopefully in the event of a crash, when I push my head, like the helmet wants to slide off, and I'm pulling this way, it doesn't slide off, which I don't think it will, but who knows? I'm not obviously doing the same amount of G-forces as a crash itself. But that right there, I think that's really cool. So like I said, is that when I do my testings for any type of safety gear, I look at it from a safety standpoint. I don't care about the graphics. I think they look cool, but I don't really care about them. I don't care about all these fancy schmancy Bluetooth systems, anti-fog, all that stuff. What I care about is what works, and it does fog up. You need to use that pin lock system. Pin lock system is great. It improves your visibility so it doesn't fog. I like the fact that there's that safety pull tab. I like the new idea of, instead of the D-rings, you have the nice magnetic hook and loop, basically. That works out really well. The pull tabs could be using a little bit of work on that. Good vision all around. It's a lightweight helmet, which I know a lot of people are like, well, if it's lightweight, it doesn't do a good job and all that stuff. Here's the thing, guys. If it's ECE rated, if it's SNEL rated, DOT rated, or whatever it is, it's rated for a certain amount of G-forces, even if it's lightweight or heavy. I prefer to have a lightweight helmet, because if you have a heavy helmet and you start turning your head and you start getting neck pains and all that stuff, with a lightweight helmet, it feels like there's nothing there. It makes it easier to ride. So I really like the fact that it's lightweight. It does have a lot of airflow going through it. So this, to me, right now, is going to be a summer helmet in Tucson, or anywhere where it gets pretty hot. In the wintertime, like I said, today was a hard freeze, and it's pretty cold. I'm really happy that it was, because I can already tell that this is going to be a very cold helmet in the wintertime in that type of temperature. But if it gets that cold, I always recommend base layers, even with full gear, full clothes and everything. So having a base layer for your face is very important. But overall, I absolutely love this helmet. Like I said, it's not an entry-level helmet because it's at a pretty high price point for a helmet. So you're going to be looking more so, you know, within the same range as my other helmets that I have, the other helmet that I wear consistently. It's going to be around the same price. So it all depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something that looks really badass, really unique, has good vision, has a good safety rating, it has a little bit less of this, but a little bit more of this than the helmets in the same price range, then that's what you're kind of going for. But I went straight for me personally, a helmet that is 100% safety. I don't care what it looks like. This right here, it's like 100% badass, and then there is some good safety with it. That's basically what my ideas are. So with that said, check out Ruroc. I will have a link in the description to where you can grab this helmet, and I'll be seeing you guys around.